another reaction video. We are back with Mr. Professor Jordan Peterson. It is how Hitler was even more evil than you think. I think the man was as evil as they come. So I don't know how he gonna be more evil in my head, but we gonna find out. Before we do, guys, if you guys have a suggestion or reaction you want me to get to, I got in the description section. Click on the Google Doc form, fill it out, send it in. You want me to get to it faster than others, got to do the premium one. I got social media, Patreon in the corners, put all the links down in the description. If you want to subscribe, all you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me, shoot me, I'll talk back. And don't forget to subscribe. You better not forget. Well, we got Professor.
So here's what you should have done if you were a Nazi and you wanted to win the war. You should have enslaved the Jews and the Gypsies and had them work, right?
Oh,
You
everything.
should have had them work for the benefit of the victory.
Right.
And then if you wanted
Facts.
to, you liquidate them afterwards. That's the logical thing to do if you want to win. And we...
Oh, everything. It's only 17 seconds in. I got to say that's facts, right? Because you kind of put them into slavery, you know what I'm saying? In order to build stuff, in order to, you know what I'm saying? That's the logical thing. Well, okay, we're going to see. Not saying I would do it. I'm not like that. I'm just saying it's logical if you wanted to win, like my guy
If you wanted
said.
to, you liquidate them afterwards. That's the logical thing to do if you want to win.
Facts.
And we assume that Hitler wanted to win. But that's not a very intelligent assumption. Why would you assume that? He wasn't exactly a good guy.
That.
So why should we assume that he was aiming at the good that he was promoting, even in his own terms, right? The glorious, everlasting Third Reich, right? That'll rule for 1,000 years and be a bastion of civilization and music, because that's the sort of thing he purported to be interested in. Well, so what do you do with the Jews and the Gypsies? Well, round them up, fine. Enslave them, fine. You don't kill them. You certainly don't devote a substantial proportion of your war resources while you're losing to accelerate the rate at which the extermination is taking place. Because that's a bit counterproductive, unless what you're aiming at is the maximum possible mayhem in the shortest period of time. Well, so what happened as...
Bro, because like, I didn't even think about this stuff. Now I feel dumb, because that is facts. Like, while he was losing the war, he was still using all of his resources. Instead of using the people that he's caught as resources, he's using all the resources possible to actually exterminate them as quickly as possible. That's crazy. He wasn't out to win. He didn't care as much about winning as I thought. Bro,
what is the maximum possible mayhem in the shortest period of time? Well, so what happened as the Germans started to lose the war? Did Hitler lose faith in his own ability? No, he believed that the Germans had betrayed him with weakness. And so he was perfectly willing to accelerate the rate at which Germany was losing the war. And so when Hitler and his minions had the choice, here's the choice. You can suspend your unnecessary demolition of people, win the damn war, and then pick it up afterwards. Or while you're losing, you can just accelerate the mayhem, even though it's counterproductive. It's like, what'd they pick? Well, they picked suicide. And so to me, there's an old psychoanalytic idea. I think this was derived by Jung. If you can't figure out what someone is doing or why, look at the outcome and infer the motivation. If it produces mayhem, perhaps it was aiming at mayhem. Now, you have to use that dictum carefully. If someone's irritating you, maybe it's because you're irritable and you should sort yourself out, but maybe it's because they're actually aiming at irritating you. And that's the actual motivation. So,
bro, no, I didn't think about that, bro. I honestly, he could have. I'm not saying he could have won, but he could have put himself in a better position to win if he had did it like this. Yet, he decided to make them lose faster. I need to go to this man's class. I need to be in this classroom. I need to be in this, bro. If you don't know why or how, and that makes sense, that's logical. You should have come to that assumption. If you don't know why somebody's doing what they're doing, their motivation or what they're doing, look at the outcome and then infer. You can infer why they're doing it. No?
They're actually aiming at irritating you. And that's the actual motivation. So perhaps not, but it's another tool in your analytical armament. So, and so you see, well, and this is the thing about warfare that's so interesting about because you can attribute it to territoriality. You can attribute it to a war for resources. That's what the, I would say, wretchedly simple-minded economists presume. People fight over scarce resources. It's like, hey, we're a little bit more sophisticated than that. And first of all, what resources are you talking about? The bloody Inuit had nothing. They lived perfectly well. What did they have? Snow and seal blubber. You know, people can live in unbelievably deprived conditions. And so the idea that there are natural resources that we fight over because there's a shortage of them is a pretty oversimplified view of human beings. It's like, well, why do people fight? Well, maybe they fight sometimes for good reasons, but very, very frequently they fight for bad reasons. And those bad reasons are personal as well as sociocultural and economic. You know, if you were a Nazi prison guard, for example, whatever pathologies you were carrying around in your destructive little soul, whatever element of Cain was deeply embedded in you, had the opportunity to be manifest fully at every moment of your waking existence, right? You had these people who were completely beholden to you, with no rights whatsoever, to whom you could do whatever your evil little heart determined. Think, well, maybe that was a motivation for putting them there to begin with. And all the cover story about, well, we're trying to build the Third Reich and we're trying to stabilize the state and we're trying to do all these good things. Maybe that's just a cover story for the real motivation.
Facts, because the more evil you do, it's like the more evil you become, like that part of you starts to take over, right? And so there's that part inside of you, you're constantly doing evil, it becomes more and more of you. And that's who you are. Know what I'm saying? And so it's like, maybe that was the most. Bro, this is crazy. I don't know why my mind is being
and we're trying to do all these good things. Maybe that's just a cover story for the real motivation, which is nothing but what? The construction of death camps that killed 6 million people. How about that? And the obliteration of 120 million people on the planet, and the leaving of Europe in ruins. Maybe that was the motivation. Or are we going to attribute to Hitler the highest possible motives? Say, no, it's an archetypal manifestation of Cain. Now, he's going to put up a front that says, well, I'm your savior. It's like, well, destructive people think that Cain is their savior.
Facts, bro. Bro, this dude right here, I got to react to more of this guy, because this Professor Peterson, bro, he ain't nothing but facts, and it all makes sense. It all makes sense, and I don't know why I hadn't thought that before. That's all we got for this one. You guys got a favorite song, artist, video, anything you want to see or him react to? Google Doc form down in the description section. Hit the link, fill it out, send it in. You want me to get to yours faster than the others? Got to do the premium. But I got also make sure you subscribe. Don't leave without subscribing. Ring that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media and Patreon in the corners. Put all links down in the description. If you want to subscribe, all you can do is hit the link. Follow me. Talk to me. Love talking to you guys. And you guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. See what you need. Out.